Hey guys, I'm EDC Gunner, and today we're gonna talk about some of the best value for money watches under 100 bucks. Actually, most of these watches are 50 $60, and why I'm talking about these watches, well, ever since the beginning of EDC Gunner's channel, I tried to give you value and to show you what's good value for money. So when I say don't buy movement watches, Daniel Wellington, whatnot, you can buy whatever you want for your money. But my mission is to show you some of the better alternatives for your hard-earned dollars. So today, this is a Casio edition. I have here 4 Casio watches. Oh, actually, I have 5 Casio watches. This is my vintage data bank calculator watch. Of course, you can have a G-Shock. You can have many digital watches from Casio. And also, if you're a watch collector, you can get a Vostok, Orient, Seiko automatic watches. But here are the 4 Casio watches in today's episode, and this is the first one. So this is 40 bucks. This is 40 bucks on Amazon at the time of making this video, and this is one gorgeous piece. It comes here in the box. What I want to show you, they call this one the Enticer, and I will link you all of these watches in the box so I won't read you the all model numbers, but this one is really cool looking, and this is $40 on Amazon, and definitely you get a really handsome watch. And what I like about Casio, they're their watch company. The only thing they do, they make watches. They do make some other things, but the primary thing is they make watches. And when I buy shoes, I buy shoes from shoemaker, and I buy watches from watchmakers, and that's why I like Casio. And for the money, you will be hard pressed to find a better quality to price ratio. So this is a very neat and handsome watch. It's a time only piece. I will put it on my hand. And I wanted to show you this video because the photos on sites like Amazon and stock photos are a bit different than the real life. And also I have reviews for all these watches, so you can check them out as well. And now I'm gonna put it on my wrist. This is a very handsome watch, makes a great gift to someone, and this watch actually is good quality. This watch is gorgeous, and I fell in love with it. I love the bezel. It's a bit shiny. I love the red secondhand tip, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It has a pressure case back, and that's one of the trade-offs. And the bracelet is not like the bracelet you will find on the $500 watches, but that's the case with most of these watches. Absolutely love this one. This one's my favorite one. So the second watch, this is probably 10 bucks more on Amazon. Again, I will link you in the description box, and if you buy any of these watches, I will get a little commission at no extra cost to you, but I have to disclose that. This is another Casio. This is a model. I will put it in the description box, so I don't want to convince you. But this one has a screw down case back, and overall it's a bit nicer model. Has some details here on the side, here on the dial watch face. But overall, this watch as another great looking watch. And even though this black one is a bit more expensive, I have to admit I like this one a bit more. And overall, it's beautiful. Both of these watches, this one's like 50-ish bucks or 49. This is like 40, and amazing value, and they make a great gift for someone who's not a watch guy. This one next has a little bit of a complications. You may think it's a chronograph, but it's not. This is actually a calendar. These watches are used. I picked them up to make a video, and I like to give them away as a gift. And they make, when I trade, I do a lot of them. And this one looks absolutely beautiful. Let me put it on the wrist quickly so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is not a chronograph, but we'll come to chronograph in the next watch. This one has a date and a timer. day of the week, calendar, and all that stuff. You have little pushers to put them on, but it's not a chronograph. It just makes look good. The bracelets are the weak spot on these watches, but you can always get them on rubber bands, leather bands, and I always recommend buying a watch on a bracelet, no matter how kind of bracelet it is, and then later on it's cheaper to buy leather bands. But overall, this watch is very handsome, it's very sexy, and it's been well worn and it still works like a champ. This one is again probably $10 more expensive than these two guys. This is more like a $50-$60 Casio watch. The bracelet is a folded links, and that's one of the downsides, but again, these are watches under $100 for general consumers, and I do love Casio. Most of these watches, if you had a different logo on this watches, like many micro brands do, you will be paying $200 and more. So next one is the Casio Edifice, and this is a proper chronograph. And when it comes to Casios, the Edifice line is my favorite, and it's probably the best line of these watches, because these watches are their upper tier. You get the nicer solid link bracelet, the case back clasp. It has two buttons. You push it and you close it up. You have a screw down crown. Sorry, I'm out of focus. You have a screw down case back, so it's also a sign of quality, and you get more details on the dial. You get more quality, and overall it's more heftier watch. This one runs around $90 on Amazon at the time of making this video. So yeah, this one is the best of these watches, but doesn't matter. They are all Casio, and they all make great watches for first timer, for someone who's you want to have a little nephew or someone, and it's their first watch, and this can spark a love for watches for someone. So thank you guys for watching. I'm EDC Gunner, and Casio is my number one affordable brand amongst watches. Honorable mention goes to Timex. If you want to go upper tier from Casio, then you looking at Seiko, and that's it. Those are the best watches under $100.